Today our topic is pointer arrays. Now we are moving to the another video in the data structures web series. Pointer arrays. Actually, we know about the arrays. Yesterday we have discussed about arrays. Array can store the homogeneous type of elements. But when we go with pointers, it's a very important concept in C and C++ language. We can create the pointer to store the address of an variable actually in general, but now we are creating a pointer to store the address of an array. This created pointer is called the pointer to an array. A point arrays is very useful when we need to pass a multi-dimensional array into the functions also. An array that stores the address of an variable or an array is known as the pointer array. The pointer array is also known as array of pointers, pointers to the array, etc. Array of pointers is used to define more than one pointer variable for the homogeneous type of elements. Here, when an array is declared, the compiler allocates the sufficient amount of memory to contain all the elements of an array. Here the variable array, suppose when we consider a or b the array variable, it will be the base address, then which is a constant pointer which points to the first element of an array, that is a or of 0 at base location. Let us consider the one more example. If we have created the int star x of 6, it's a pointer variable. Always a pointer variable can be declared with the star symbol followed by the variable name. Here we are declaring the pointer array of pointers. Int a of 3 is equal to 10, 20, 30. It's another array variable. B of 3 is equal to 40, 50, 60. This is another variable. Now we are creating x of 0 is equal to a, x of 1 is equal to b. Then it points, x will be like this. It can store the 0 to 5 variables, because x of 6 we can store the 0 to n minus 1 index value. We can have the 0 to n minus 1 index values. Now x of 0 is points to the a of a variable, a array variable. Next, x of 1 is pointing to the array b variables. It will be accessed like this. Now we are giving the a variable. Initially we are by default it can access the a of 0 variable to the x variable. Next, x of 1 equal to b. It can be stored like this. In this way we can store the array of pointers also. And one more example, real-time example program. We can see the program hash include stdio.h and hash define. This is the global variable. This is the header file. Always a C program consists of the header documentation section. Whether we can write, it's an optional section. Next we must include the header files. This is the header file section. Next we can write the constant variables, or we can define the global variables. Next, after that we should have the main function. After that we can have the whatever the code in the main function that can be written over here. In main function we are writing the code, that is we are creating the pointer array variables. Char star names equal to, we have creating some names, Zara, Hina, Nuha, Sarah, etc. These variables can be these variables can be printed like this. Actually, it's also a pointer is also a sum of the variable. It stores the address of the variables only. Here we are creating the address to this variable names. Here we are printing the values. The value of first would be printed and name of I, because a percentage d indicates the numerical values. These name of 1 0, actually initially I is equal to 0, so name of 0 equal to Zara, 1 equal to Hina, 2 equal to Nuha, 3 equal to Sarah. Likewise, output can be printed. Similarly, we can create if why we are using pointers to the arrays. We can write array only. We can write as the pointer variables. Why we should use the pointers to the arrays? Because we are using the pointers to the array variables because we need to authenticate the variable. Here in C language, pointers plays the major role for authentication purpose only. It's the main thing. And we can say the pointer is a very important concept in C language. We can create the pointers to store the address of an array. Here this is the main point, and this created pointer is called the pointer to an array or arrays of pointers. That's all for today's topic. Thank you. Signing off, Harika.